posted that Stuart Batty thing, people are asking about the tools.
About Stu Batty tools?
Yeah, so maybe you could show yours off.
Oh, I didn't bring it. It's at the house.
Oh.
I'll bring it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll bring it for next time.
Maybe you could
Hey,
answer
everybody.
the question.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, hello. It's Wednesday. We're here. How's it going?
Hello, everyone.
Hey, everybody. I'm Chad with Turner's Warehouse. Amy's on the mod. Amy?
What up, guys?
You may recognize Amy's voice from Saturday morning cartoons, where she was Saturday morning cartoons with Jake and Amy. Oh my
Jake
goodness.
and Amy in the morning.
I was trying to tell Jake about that Troy and Abed in the morning, but he hadn't heard it.
Oh,
Because that's like totally Jake and Amy in the morning.
it's so good.
All
I
right,
always
everybody.
sing it Jake and Jamie.
How's everybody doing? We missed last week because we were traveling and we planned to do a live, but we didn't because our planes got delayed and our landings got delayed. And by the time we could have done it, it would have been hours later, so we didn't do it. But we posted a lot of content here on Facebook and on Instagram. So if you want to check out SWAT, Amy did a complete walkthrough. She did vendor talk. She did all kinds of stuff. So check it out on the YouTube channel, this YouTube channel.
Brian voted for me. Thanks, man.
Hey, we got JP, Fish and Doogie, Revo. Revo was there in person. That was a lot of fun. Marquetta, I know her. Hey, Jim Spalding. Chris Souza. Chris, I'm so bummed. I put my smock in the crate, and it's going to be here Friday, so I'm wearing my old Record Power one, which is still good, but I like my new smock a lot. So I wore it at SWAT. Thank you, JP. I appreciate your #1 support. That's so funny. Ah, shoot. It was a lot of fun. And I will say I did have fun messing with Jake during Saturday morning cartoons. And it's only a compliment because he works really hard on it and takes it serious. And then I'm next to him goofing off while he's doing it with my phone. I was doing like a selfie with him. So it was a lot of fun. But he does a great job and puts a lot into it. So it's fun. But anyway, how's everybody been? It feels weird that we missed a week, but we're back now. We have a lot going on here, so I got some exciting stuff to tell you about. And then we're going to make a cool little project that I think is going to be a big hit, so we'll see. But before we get started, anything we need to catch up on? Amy, let me go to Amy Cam. You're on.
Yay. I have pens that I want to show off.
Yeah, show them off.
I brought.
Do you want me to zoom in, or you want to do it right there?
No, I can.
Well, do it right there. I'll zoom in on you.
Oh.
Hold
on.
Let's zoom out. Okay, it's right next to your computer here. This is so you can see where it's at.
Okay. So just shout out, because I got some pens from some people. So Roman made this pen for us.
Just a little more that way. The other way. There you go. Right there. Perfect.
It's pretty awesome. It says 3rd Gen Pen Shop and so amusing on it, but it also says Loyal Riff-Raffer, and I love that.
Yeah, that's a banker in all gold. That's a great pen. One of my favorites.
It's pretty great. So that was the first pen I got. And then I also got this little sweet beauty.
Oh, that's cool.
David Van Bibber gifted this to me.
I don't
which
even
is
think
really
I saw
fun.
that one. That's cool.
Yeah. It's really fun. It has like little charms in it, and like it's very dimensional. So that's super fun. And then I have one that was gifted to Carrie from David as well.
Nice.
A little slimline action with some sparkles in it. And then I bought, and Darren gave me an excellent deal. I got a twofer on some beautiful fountains.
Oh.
Which there's going to be a whole video later, because we got a video of Darren's pens. But I just want to quickly show off the 2 that I got. Ooh, I was very excited about both of them.
He's doing some nice work.
And I'm going to do, there'll be a video like interviewing Darren. We also have a video that's going to be coming out interviewing Mr. Jim about his carvings. But we have both of those coming, and then I'm going to do some close-ups on these because I'm really excited to ink these, but I haven't inked them yet because I'm going to try and do it on video. So that's fun.
That'll be cool.
So yeah. And it was so much fun. SWAT was so awesome. It was so cool to see so many people in person. Yeah, we had a blast. I still feel like I'm kind of I kind of feel like I have a hangover, but it's just from like going, and the travel. And so I feel a little spacey, more so than I'm normally spacey. Chad laughs because I'm always pretty spacey, but it seems like it's been extra the past few days. But I've gotten multiple nights of good sleep, so that's good.
Good. Anything else you want to talk about before I take your camera?
No, you
back?
should. The camera's just pointed like
Here.
weirdly.
Now you're on normal camera again.
I didn't make a list, but I don't think there's anything else. Just like we had so much fun at SWAT. There's a bunch of videos that I'm dropping. It takes a little while. Like I did a really good gallery walkthrough, I think, because it was nice and slow. Carrie and I talked about the pieces. There's a funny joke in there that you have to watch in to hear the joke. So we did a gallery walkthrough at SWAT, which is really awesome. And I'll probably get that posted later on today. It takes a while because I have to watch it back and make sure I don't need to like edit out anything that I said or that was overheard, or you know what I mean. Like somebody standing next to me saying something crazy, or me saying something crazy, or Carrie saying
Most
something
likely
crazy.
it would be Carrie saying something crazy if I had to guess.
Anyway, so I have to watch them back, and then there's the time that it takes to like upload them, which sometimes takes a little while. And YouTube was being real weird yesterday afternoon. It was like blocking me from doing stuff. But so we have some cool videos coming at you. I just posted one talking to Jason over at Stuart Batty Tools, told us all about the tools that he likes to use. He kind of did an overview of their tools. So I just posted that on the socials and on YouTube. And we will do, I'm planning to do a pictures collage post on YouTube as well, so you guys can see the pictures. But it was so much fun to see everybody in person, like such a blast. And now I have like more faces, like Harold's here. And now I know exactly what Harold looks like with his cool hat. So.
Yeah, and didn't he have a giant 3D printed pen?
And a giant pen that actually wrote, which was really fun. Yeah, good times.
Fun stuff.
Carrie's saying I don't cuss.
You don't, or she doesn't?
She says Amy does not cuss. She's a perfect angel.
All right, anything else, Amy?
Nope.
All
You're
right,
good.
I'm going to take back the camera.
Also, to Home Relax and Jim being in the chat early, being like shenanigans. And does this mean that Chad doesn't know what he's doing today? That was kind of correct. We were like, what are we going to do this week? But then...
No, it's not really correct.
Well, it's like partially correct because we didn't figure it out till yesterday, but we did know by yesterday.
And I actually think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I do. I think it's going to be really cool.
But I will, a couple other quick things, like thanks for everybody that came out. And if you didn't come out, but you were like online, thanks for watching. The live streams were short and whatever, but they were still kind of fun. We had some good stuff going. And it seemed like we had a good turnout. We are going to Rocky Mountain in just a few weeks. I think it's like 3 weeks basically from now.
Yeah, basically.
Which is crazy because it's like we don't go anywhere and then it's like go. And Amy and I are driving to that one, so we'll be leaving a few days ahead for that one.
Jim Spalding's going to be there too. Marquetta will be there.
Yeah, it's going to be a good crew. And if you look at the lineup of demonstrators, it's like phenomenal. So it's going to be a really good one. Real quick before we get going on this project, because I actually want to get it started. I think it's going to be cool. I want to show you guys a couple new blanks. So we got some new rods for customs, kitless custom, or whatever you want to call it. They don't have to be for that. They can be for projects, for kit pens. Now, you just want to be careful if something's made for custom pens because maybe it has clear in it. None of these have clear that I'm aware of. But this first one has some clear with, I believe this is Zach's color. It's called Siren's Gilding. It's this teal with like gold white streaks, and it's got galactic gold in it, and it looks killer. I'm definitely making some customs out of that. This one is called Rainbow Magic, and it's more of like a kind of like a dark rainbow, if I had to describe it. It's got blue, coral, gold, green, gold flake, maybe purple. I'm not sure. I'd have to check. And then this is kind of the opposite. This is called Blush Elegance. And if you're wondering if I named all these, of course I did. No, it's Carrie. I'm just kidding. Blush Elegance. This is like coral with, so it's like two shades. It might be hard to see, but there's like the pinkish shade and the orangish shade with the clear gold flake. And this is killer. So really nice color. Let's see if this one will do better.
Oh, Alicia Epping is in the house.
Hey, I've heard of her.
Alicia, I am Allie. I am a nervous flyer, and Allie made me a snap pickle.
Snap pickle.
And I snapped it quite a bit.
Next is Stardust Serenity. This may be a better view for these. And this is like a dark blue with maybe a light blue, white pearl, and gold flake. You notice these are a lot of gold flake. This is like the series. These are killer. And then last, which I think this is going to be a great one, this is Shadow Wood. This is like more of like a fall tone, like a maroon with a dark green with the red and also gold flake. But really great choices. These are all up on the website now, 5 new colors. We will be making some stuff out of them here real soon. Great stuff. But I wanted to show that because those just dropped, I think today, either yesterday or today. So good stuff. Anybody, as I prep this, anybody that went to SWAT have any feedback? Did you have fun? What did you like? What did you not like?
Jim says thank you for the pizza dinner, which
Oh
is
yeah,
awesome.
we had pizza. That was fun.
Darwin is asking what and where is the Rocky Mountains? So the Rocky Mountain show is in Loveland, Colorado, which is like outside of Denver. And let me tell you the dates.
19, 20, 21.
Yep, 19, 20, 21. And they have like an awesome lineup of demonstrators this year. And we've heard that it's like it's a smaller show, but really fun.
Yeah, so
This will be our first time.
you said somebody had a question about Stubati tools. What was the question?
Yeah, the question was, I think for Brian, it says, is anyone familiar with the Stuart Batty tools? I was looking at the handle and the negative rake tool. Do I need different adapters to be able to fit in the handle?
Yeah, I can answer that.
I can answer that.
I'm very familiar with the Stubati tools. I actually really like them. The handles are modular. And for the record, if you guys go to Stubati, tell them we sent you.
Yeah, please tell them we sent you.
We don't get anything for it. We just want them to know like we're supportive. So they use this bolster. And what that does is it allows you to quickly change handles without, a lot of wrenches or tools or anything. So I have handles from, probably this is the shortest.
Can't you use 2 handles together?
Yeah, and now you can get this thing that goes in between and you can put 2 shorter handles together.
Which is so cool.
I got my handles before that was a thing. So here's my shortest Stubati and here's my longest. They're quite different. This is for like when you're hollowing a bowl and you're using the leverage. But the bolster makes it super good. Now within the bolster, there's different hole sizes for different tools. So you can put any tool in these. Like I have some with Thompson tools, I have some with Carter tools, I have some with Stubati tools. They make all different inserts for the bolsters, and there's a bolt that goes through the back and tightens it in. So excellent quality, these are pretty much the best of the best. So they're expensive, but they'll last. And I will show you one other cool thing, because this isn't like a Stubati plug time, but they're great. This is a 1.5 inch negative rake scraper. You see it has a little bit of a curve to it. This insert is 15V, which is about the best steel you can get right now. And this thing leaves a finish like you would not believe. I put a little burr on it every time I use it, and sometimes multiple times. And this is awesome. And what I picked up at SWAT, I picked up the inside version of this, which is a big curve like down to here, and it's an inside bowl scraper. So then I can go on the inside. So I'm set on my Stu Batty tools for now. And I'm going to do a little review on my channel, Chad Schimmel on YouTube, just to review that and not clog up our Turner's Warehouse stuff because it's kind of different.
Really quickly, Mike Taylor's asking if that picture on the lathe is your high school senior picture.
It is.
And Stephanie's like, who is that on the lathe?
If you know, you know. That's
Charles is
all I
in
know.
the chat.
Hey, Charles.
Anthony C is in the chat.
So a lot of
man.
great tools there. It was a lot of fun for that purpose. And like, I mean, you could just walk around and see amazing turners demonstrating because at SWAT you can only demonstrate every other year for the symposium. So, I mean, half the time you've got amazing demonstrators at their booths and then half are in the symposium. So like just walking around the vendor area, it was like awesome turners everywhere. It's really great.
Harold said, I was overwhelmed with everything there, especially getting to meet you folks in person. You're real people, not just through the YouTubes.
Yes, real
We are
people.
very real. If you ever tune in while we're having technical difficulties.
We are scary real.
Yeah, we're scary real.
That's what makes it fun though.
Also, it's a if you know, you know, but the pictures, I feel like we have to let people know so they can go look it up.
You know what was really cool? And I was telling Amy and Carrie this, like a ton of you guys, or maybe not you guys, but a ton of you all would come up to me and say, hey, like I really appreciate your videos or this or that. And that was really cool. Because we do the videos, but then we're like, we don't know if everyone watches them or if they like them or whatever. So it's cool that we got some feedback and they said they were helpful and, you know, maybe you were just being nice. I don't know. Okay. But thanks for that. It's good to hear.
Yeah, people are talking about like watching Stu and
Mike.
And Stu and Mike face off was
yeah,
really
there was
great.
this one Friday or Saturday night, I think, Friday night. Mike, Mahoney, and Stu, they called it a bowl battle, but they weren't really battling. They were just kind of turning a bowl together and talking about it. And it was a lot of banter because they're really good friends. And it was fun because Stu is a really good trash talker, so it made it really entertaining. But the problem is he's so good that, you know, like Mike is an amazing turner, been turning for 30 years. And he pretty much turned the whole time. And Stu would turn for like 30 or 40 seconds and then stop and talk for 10 minutes and then come back and be like, whoop, and then it was done. And you're just like, well, no wonder he talks so much trash because he's that good. So it was really fun. But I had a blast.
Both the bowls at the end too. I was just like so caught up in the fun of it. I should have taken a little video of them, but I went up and held both of the bowls. They were so thin, you could see light through them. And they were both like phenomenal. Like it was really fun. And if you want to see it, Cindy Drozda has it on her YouTube channel, like a whole live of it. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was really cool to see.
Thanks, Jamie. Jamie was like, put hearts in the chat for Amy. That really was my first resin cast ever.
Yeah, Amy did her first resin cast with Jake live. So I mean,
think Jake was
what a
like,
great
you're
place
lying.
to do your first one.
But I was
if you
not.
want to watch it, most of you probably have seen it, but it's over on Jake Thompson's channel, Saturday Morning Cartoons. Jamie's in the chat. He's also on Saturday Morning Cartoons. So that's pretty great.
Brian, Chad did fly with his turning tools. He just put them in a checked bag.
Yeah, I have them. I just didn't bring them because I was like, I'm not going to have time to play with them today, and it would be too distracting. So
they're sitting on our kitchen counter. But some of the tools, actually, I think some of the tools are in.
No, the only thing in my
crate.
checked bag was my new scraper because it was in my backpack. So I didn't put it in our crate because it was at the hotel. But everything else I put in there. So what we're going to make today is a little accessory thing. Now, bear with me. I think this is going to be cool. If not, you can let me know. Do you have that pen from last time?
Yeah. I'll bring it over there. Yeah,
So-
but you have to like tell the origin story of how we thought of this.
Yeah, I'm going to. It's the kaleidoscope. There it is.
Got a lot of pens sitting over here.
So the last couple live streams, we made this kaleidoscope pen. If you want to watch how to make it, it's in the last few episodes. And I have this extra piece here. Now, one of our local customers, Ed, if you're watching, I don't know if Ed, does Ed watch these?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Ed
Maybe.
was telling me he wanted to make needle cases because he got the stuff to make this pen. He wanted to make needle cases with the M13 tap and die. And I was like, that's a great idea because you could make accessories for your pen. So Ed, I'll give you credit for this, but I am tweaking his idea because he wanted me to cut off my M13 mandrel so he could use that for the cap, but I'm just gonna reverse it and I'm gonna make the cap the body threads, and then I'm gonna make the cap the other side, if that makes sense. But you'll see here in just a minute. So I'm gonna take the same matching, because you can make these matching if you like this idea. And what I'm gonna do is the lid of this little storage box, I'm gonna drill and tap M10 on the inside so that if you wanted to carry around another section with a different nib, or if you wanted to carry around a roller ball because you have a fountain or vice versa, you could have a little storage box that you could throw in your backpack and it wouldn't mess up your nib or your section. And that's kind of what we're gonna make. It can hold sections, nibs, pills, needles, toothpicks, whatever you want. It's gonna be a little box, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Make sense?
I missed the first part. Sorry, I was reading the chat.
No problem.
There's a lot going on in the chat.
I think we're good.
Jamie says, Jake's the muscle of cartoons. I'm the cuteness.
Well, you got to have the brains, the muscle, and the wild card. So I guess that makes Andrew the wild card. No, it's brains, beauty, and wild card. So Jamie, you're the beauty.
Does that make Andrew the wild card?
Andrew's the wild card. Yeah. Wild card.
Yeah, so you talked about just now that it started as like, oh, I'm going to make a needle case.
Yeah.
And then we were like, that'd be awesome. I was like, that would be awesome to take extra cartridges.
Yeah.
And then Chad was like, but wait, a section.
Cartridge case, or then it evolved into like, well, we could just throw some threads in there and it could be a section holder for like a backup. Because a lot of people like to have multiple nibs because they like different, like fine, medium, broad, or italic. So that would give them a place to hold it in a section.
But some pens come with multiple actual sections too.
Sure.
So
They
that you
sure
can
do.
switch out the colors. I saw one the other day on, I can't remember, maybe it was Stanford.
So I'm just cutting this in half because I forgot to do it earlier. But I mean, we haven't been doing prep, and I say that like I haven't been cutting blanks and like doing stuff because I want you guys to see the whole process. I think it's a little more valuable than just like, oh, here's this one thing. Because somebody kind of chewed us out for not being more prepared, but if I prep everything, sometimes that's valuable information. And it's not that we're not prepared, we're just trying to make it most efficient, so to
Right
speak.
before you were talking about what you were going to do, like right before
Look at
that,
kaleidoscope.
Jim
Yeah.
was like, Chad, do you know what you're going to do yet?
Who
And it
said
made-
that?
Jim Spalding. It made
That's
me
hilarious.
laugh a lot, actually.
That's great. All right, so this is going to be the body, and by body, I'm going to basically make it like a cap. So it's reverse of what we would do for the pen. For the pen, this would be making a cap. For this project, I'm making a body. So just to confuse everyone. Oh man, it's good to be back on this heavy machine.
Darren's in the chat. What up?
What's up, Darren?
Wait, I missed one of the pins. Where's my spooky pin?
You missed what?
One of the pins, because I was showing off all my pins. I'll come back to it. I think it's on my desk.
Oh yeah, you have another pen.
I have another pen. Mike Taylor says, where's Zach today, slacker?
He's probably resting. I would imagine. All right. So, quick question. Go ahead.
People are digging this idea, I think. Or at least a couple people are like, this is an interesting idea.
I'm telling you, I think this is going to be legit to where people are going to make these. Because I was thinking to myself, how cool would it be when I sell a nice fountain pen to offer another section, whether it be rollerball or another nib, in this matching case with the matching pen. I think it's pretty cool.
I think having an extra cartridge, because I think a lot of times people who use converter pens, like, don't take extra ink with them. They might just like throw in some cartridges while they're traveling.
Yep.
So like throwing cartridges in it, I think is pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, so essentially I'm making a cap right now, and I'm going to find my drill bit. If I look at my chart, I'm doing an M13 cap. If you haven't got the chart yet, it tells you everything. 3164. And I have been gone for a week, so I don't have everything memorized where it is at the moment. Wait, was that 3164 that I just took out? Nope, 2164. Boy, with my eyes, I can't see what these say anymore. 3164, there we go. There we go. All right.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. This thing is so heavy that I'm leery to slide it, because once it gets moving, I've crashed it because it weighs like 50 pounds. It's great. For stability, it's amazing. Uh-oh. My line is worn off on this drill. So drilling a cap, I need at least the amount to cover the threads, which this will be on our chart if it's not already. 50 mil. I'm actually going to make it a little longer, like 55 mil, because this is just a storage box. Oh, my line is there. It's just I can't see it. I'm going to make it fresh. So I'm going to go a little beyond it. All right. And hopefully we're all good here. And I've been using the Call It Chuck. Whoa, look at that. I stopped it.
Hi, Anita.
Which Anita?
Anita Ball.
Anita Ball. My mom's name is Anita, so I'm always curious if she's in here, because she'll come in and pop in. I do need to tighten up this belt. That's why it's stopping it.
That's true, Carrie. That's true.
Oh, we're good. Look at all that extra that came out. That's why you got to clean these things once you're done making them.
Mike Taylor says, Chad, that lathe makes your tool rest look small.
The what?
That lathe makes your tool rest look small.
This 4-inch tool rest? That's funny. Yeah, the 4-inch tool rest is quite small for this lathe. It's about the same size as the Chuck. Pretty great. All right, so this is ready for some tappage, as we say. Let's see here. Let us see.
Marquetta just said, wait, that pick is in 2 spots on the lathe, or did I just imagine that?
What pick?
No, you did not, Marquetta, imagine that. Basically, we came back to photos of this character, Chit, like literally everywhere in the shop. It's pretty funny.
I'm not sure what she's talking about. A pick?
The picture.
I know, I'm just kidding. All right, so this is our M13.
It's like, where's Waldo in the camera frame, but with Chit pictures.
Couple of updates if anyone's waiting. We did, right before we left, we did get M13 tap and die in the triple lead back in stock. The niche 7-piece tailstock set, I'm still working on it. We're out of stock. I'm pretty sure we're out of stock. But I'm working on getting a hold of him to get those back. So I don't have any updates there. But we're working on that and some alternatives for you guys. So that'll be soon. I just put a little bevel in there, just like I did the pen. And I don't need it, but I'm going to spray a tiny bit of WD. I shouldn't say I don't need it. You don't have to do it, but it's nice. So we're going to tap this, go back here. So I'm just going to get my tap in there, tap up to my line, which are my threads, and then back out. And then you can see that nice little wad of thread cutters. And I can test fit this into my, remember that we're not making a pen, we're making an accessory, but I am using the cap mandrel. And look at that beauty. Look how good that pushed all the WD-40 out. So that one is ready to go. So this is the body of the project we're making right there. And now we're gonna make the cap. Does everybody get what we're making here, so sort of? You don't have to get it perfect, but as long as you kind of understand, you know what I need to do. I need to turn off this back. So this is going to be my cap of this item. And I need to turn the back off and put a little dimple in it for my live center. Because what it is it's cast. And I have some like jagged edges from the mold. So I don't want it to be let's hold on a sec here. What you got?
Just like the chits and the commentary.
Is anyone else familiar with chit?
Yeah, Mike says, ew, chit in the fridge. And then Daniel said, there's chit everywhere. Clean up this chit.
Hey, Daniel, will you bring out the set of Allens?
Oh, that's funny.
Probably the red set.
You're going to get them in like 30 minutes, not. You're going to get them 30 seconds delayed unless you want me to go grab them.
No, I'm just going to check my belt, make sure I'm on the right belt. These guys were turning while we were gone, so I just want to make sure I'm on the right thing.
And Jamie said, I don't know what's going on. Everyone in the chat is talking shit.
Talking shit.
This is so funny. Oh. That's so funny.
I think that's what it was. It was losing, the belt was loose. My RPM was jumping, and I think it was because of that. Oh, they're right here. Thanks, man. I don't know where to find stuff when it's where it's supposed to be. How am I supposed to know?
Oh, chit chat.
So I was like, why is my RPM jumping? And it's because we had the belt a little loose.
I don't know. Now Stephanie said, I don't know chit about chit.
Oh, boy.
It's
Oh,
so
boy.
funny.
That's good, though. Let's see if that's better. No, still jumping. All right,
If you can't laugh, man, laughing is good.
Well, that should be enough to put a live center point in it. So we just put these, we use a little center drill because they're short and rigid, and that gives us a perfect center point. So we know that when we put the live center up, it's dead center. So that's going to be the outside, which we're going to turn off in just a minute. All right. And if you're wondering, I was saying I was using a collet chuck before, and I'm using this one because this blank was a little bigger, and I didn't have my collets with me to find a bigger collet, so I'm just using this chuck, which works fine. It's the Victory chuck with the Versalock, and I've got the little dovetails, so they go down real small. Makes it nice. So now this is the inside, so I'm just flattening it. I don't want it arched or bowed up. I want it flat. I'm going to flatten the edges as much as I can with a hand tool. And I'll bring in my center again. Boop. Probably better here. So there's my little center. Now I've got 2 things to do here. Well, 3 really. I'm going to turn this off for a sec. I put a little center hole. I need to cut threads on the outside because this is going to be my cap, so to speak, of the project, but it's actually going to have threads that go into the other part. And then I need to drill and tap the inside very small. So I've got my tenon cutter, and this is set up for M13. So that's what I'm going to use. Now, we had a question earlier about the tenon cutter, and let me kind of show you. So this will come with, if you get one of these, it'll come with a stud in the center like that. You can use it with it or without. It's good to use it with it because it's a guide, but I often use it without, and I've even cut mine short because sometimes I don't want to drill a hole all the way through whatever I'm using it for, so mine is cut short. But the main thing it's used for is the setup bushing. So with the setup bushing on the stud and against the face here, flat, like you see there, that's how I know my setup bushing is centered. Now, if I didn't have that, obviously it would be all over the place. And if I had it on here, on the stud, but not flat against the body, there could be some play, because in order for the pin to be able to come out, it has to have some leeway. If it was so tight it wouldn't come out, it wouldn't have play, but it also wouldn't come out. So you want this flat against the face here and on the center. Once you've set this and locked it down, you can take both out if you want. You don't have to do the drill. It's just good practice, but it's not required. Hopefully that makes sense.
Oh, see, Jim, that totally happens to me where I will be reading the chat and then I'm like, I have no idea what chat is doing.
Yeah.
Jim just said, so what are we making? I've been reading the shenanigans in the chit chat.
That's good.
And for people who came in late, we're not making a pin, we're making like a case.
We're making a case for an extra nib and section and or whatever else you want. It could be a ink case, it could be a pill case, it could be whatever.
A needle case.
A needle case, but we're using the taps and dies from the custom pin because one, you can make it match your pens that you make with the taps and dies with using the same blank, and it just gives you another thing to make with this, which helps with, you know, these are expensive. So if you can make more stuff, it's kind of nice. But then it also is kind of like a custom accessory that you could offer with your custom pens that, you know, is kind of unique.
Oh, Jen is in the chat too.
So there's my tenon. We got the tenon cut, so I'm going to pull. Now, one thing I didn't mention, make sure you're gripping this behind the tenon cutter. These have sharp corners and a sharp blade. If this catches and spins for any reason, you don't want your hand up here where it can get cut, so be behind it when you're holding it. This doesn't spin often, but anything can happen with spinning parts and a fixed blade. So always make sure you're protecting yourself should something abnormal happen, like it spin.
See, Darren's a fountain pen guy. He said, ah, that's a great idea. I love it.
Darren, I think this is going to be killer, and I think you'll like it. Okay.
Roman also said, I'm always making a case for more turning.
Yes. Always make that case.
A case. That's funny. Hey, so one of the things that I think I was supposed to talk about earlier when Chad put the camera on me that I forgot to talk about was, can I talk for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
Was basically that we had moved our live stream to 1 p.m. because of our staffing here at the store. And so it worked for us to be earlier in the day, but it's actually kind of hard to do you don't need to put it back on me.
You're on.
It's actually kind of hard to have the live stream at 1 p.m. because there's just like so much going on, and then all of a sudden it's 1 p.m. and we're like, the live stream's starting. So we would like to move it back farther in the day, which we think might actually work better for y'all too. So we wanted to just kind of like take a poll and see what would be better for folks. Like, would a 3 p.m. Arizona time work better for you?
So 2 hours later or 3 hours later?
2 hours later or 3 hours later. So we're with Pacific right now, and then half of the year we're with Mountain. Right now we're with Pacific. So that means if you're on East Coast, you're probably 3 hours behind us. If you're in East Texas, you're 2 hours behind us. If you're in Colorado, you're 1 hour behind us. So I'm going to put a poll in 3 p.m. Arizona time. We currently do it at 1 p.m. Arizona time or 4 p.m. Arizona time, just to see like what you guys think about scooting it back in the day.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'll just help us. Like, a lot of times we do some prep before, or like, you know, if we're busy with orders, hopefully it just gives us more time to have before the live stream. And honestly, when we moved it, I think a lot of people were like, hey, it was better at the old time. So hopefully that'll be the case. Hopefully. All right, so back to the project here. Remember, this is going to be threaded M13 for the cap, but I'm going to drill into it and put M10 threads so it can hold a section.
I know I feel bad. Chris Souza says, are you trying to cut Jamie out? Is he not like 9 hours different? And I said, oh, I know. And then Jamie said, what's the time in metric?
If we go far enough for Jamie, it'll be the next day, so then he won't have to worry. Yeah, we're definitely not trying to cut Jamie out.
No.
He's vital for the liveliness of the chat.
That's true. When he does not show up, we're like, the chat seems quiet.
We're gonna put
today.
him on the graphics to make Jake jealous. Not really, but that'd be funny. All right, so I'm going to drill this M10. I'm drilling my guide 2364. And I'm not going super far, just enough to cover threads of a section, which could be different for you. So I'm not really giving you guys measurements because you could make this however you want. This isn't for like fitting certain things other than we want it to hold a section. So now I'm going to grab my slider, turn this guy off, pull this up, and I'm going to tap the inside here with my M10-1. And I'm not going to go, I guess I could go till it bottoms out, but I don't need to go that far. Looking good, looking good. That's got to be far enough.
That's legit. Emil says, I'm retired. Anytime is great.
Oh, that's the best thing to hear. Retired.
But then also, old man says, Thursday would be better because of the worldwide wood turners being at 7 p.m. on Wednesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Is it 7 p.m. Eastern, Central, Mountain? Do you know?
Me?
I can look it up. Oh, no, I was just kind of
I didn't know that was a thing that like went
that
every week. I don't know.
I'm missing out. Harold says current metric time 86.4.
86.4 degrees PM.
Jen also says, I keep trying to, every time I get in the chat, the phone rings.
That's funny.
And I was like, that is accurate.
Yeah.
And thanks to Jen for covering the phones.
Yep. Jen's taking care of business right now. Perfect. All right, so we got that.
7 p.m. Eastern.
Now Eastern. That's like, that's 4 o'clock here. So we'd be right at the same time.
Yeah.
So I guess we'd have to see if that is a big deal to. Does everyone here watch that?
Does that happen every week?
All right, so this should be, oh, duh. It does not work because I have not put the threads on it yet. I'm like, why doesn't it thread? There are no threads. Okay, so that was the inside. Got to do the outside, of course. All right, so we're doing M13. M13, ready to go. I got a little WD on there from the last one. I'm gonna bring that up. Perfect. Threads will make it thread a lot easier, I've found. It's like a scientific fact. Okay. Get them a little cleaner. And I'm going to throw all this in the ultrasonic when we're all done. Okay, so that's our cap. That's our body. It's just reversed. Look at that. They line up perfectly. Okay, now here's what's cool. I put a dimple in this one. I'm going to do it on this one too. That way I can put these between centers. Although, do I need to do that? I could just hold this one on. Let's see. Remember, this is the first one we're making. You saw it here first. Let's see how deep that is. Oh, I got plenty of room. I'm gonna have to hold it just barely. You know what we can do? We could put some tiny little dovetail indentions on here. And I do mean tiny. Get this a little closer. So here's an advantage of a insert on this chuck, which this was not planned. I'm not trying to think of reasons to use this, but it's actually pretty cool because with that tiny little dovetail, I can put it right on this and between center. Get rid of that guy. What are you finding?
Oh, I was just looking at the worldwide woodturners thing.
Oh. Yeah, it's not on my radar, so that's good to know.
It looks like they have like a meeting every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday?
That's what it looks like. There's a meeting every Wednesday where everybody shares what they've made and hangs out. At least that's what it looks like. Is that what it is, guys?
Hopefully that's enough material. I mean, it's like 1/8 of an inch on here. Whoop. That may not be enough to hold it. I don't know. Although it feels pretty solid. All I want to do is shape this down. So as long as it's enough to do that, strength-wise. A little snugger. And what I could do is put my cut line right here and right here. So that'll be where we part it off. That just, I like to make it a little more like that so I have a visual of where my end is. This end I don't want to cut too much because it's kind of the only thing I've got holding it on the chuck.
Hmm.
Well, we'll have to look at that for if a lot of y'all attend that, we'll have to look at that time frame and see. Do a lot of you go straight from this to that?
I remember when we had it at 3 o'clock, people would be like, I have to go at 4 because they would go to that. I do remember that.
Interesting. Man, look at that kaleidoscope. I said it a million times before, but that thing is cool. Now, you know, one other thing I could do is I could put that in and turn this half and then put it on the mandrel. But I kind of want it all to line up. So I'm only going to do the final bit on the cap mandrel. So I'm going to turn, whoops, wrong one. I can't see my teeth, my tool. And I don't want to make this too small either. I want it to be like robust and cool looking. So let's round off this end. We'll round off the other end once we put it on the mandrel. Because we'll polish this up like this. So, to do this, and again, there's probably better ways, and a collet would probably be better to not mark it as much, but like I said, I don't have all my collets here. I'm going to put that back in there. Just snug it up enough to turn it. Take away this end. Oh, it started to come unscrewed. So I'm going to push into it versus out. I forgot that it's not a solid piece. And this you could shape to match your pen if you were doing that. Okay, good enough. Because we can sand this. Actually, we probably want to sand this real quick like this. Because then we'll do this first part and that, because the cap, which is our body, we can hold on the mandrel. So let me grab an LB. If anyone's ever heard of Lathe Buddy. Lathe Buddy.
Which we should have in stock this week. Woo-woo.
What's that?
Which we should have in stock this week.
Yeah, they're coming this week.
Any day now.
So if you're interested in a Lathe Buddy, we will have them soon in multiple colors. Is Marquetta still in the chat?
Uh-huh. And Roman.
She could tell us what colors are coming, because I've already forgotten.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to like sand this forever, but I'm just going to sand it enough that we can see if it looks good or bad. And like wherever the line is here, which is right there, I'm going to sand past it because I'm going to put this on the mandrel and use the mandrel to hold it. What's up?
Marquetta said, "What is a lathe buddy?"
It's a new thing.
She said that they're being dropped off tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
So Lathe Buddy's in stock tomorrow. Oh, no, wait. Friday, because Carrie's not here to take photos and do the listing.
Friday, they'll probably be done on Friday.
Lathe Buddy's Friday. Maybe not Friday, because the pallets arrive from SWAT Friday. Lathe Buddies whenever.
Lathe buddies soon.
Lathe Buddies soon. Whenever we can. 5 colors of Lathe Buddies soon. Okay, we're going to do this just with this 800 today. We'll see how it looks. What did everybody decide on the time frame? Does anybody go to that meeting every week?
I think a couple people go to it.
Couple people?
We have 63% at
right
3
in the water.
p.m.
We have what?
63% have said they want 3 p.m.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, it's starting to look like a thing. So now I'm going to put it on the mandrel, this half.
Chad, Did we do a live stream with the dyed mango blanks?
A live stream? No, we have
No.
not.
I don't think we did a video either.
They were kind of ready right before SWAT, so we showed them off, but we did not do any videos that I know of. If we did, I don't remember, because the last 2 weeks are a blur.
But we just did a basic friction finish on them, and they came out really nice.
Yeah, I did sanding sealer and friction, and they looked amazing. All right, so we are switching to collet for the mandrel because it's much easier to hold, I think. So there's our mandrel with our cap part that we just made. Cap, but this is actually our body. Oh wait, I gotta cut that off. All right, well, we're gonna see how it turns. Oh, my hands are wet. Let's see if that's tight enough. Move that for a minute. Okay. And put that up there. Should be snug. See, it's just burying my live scent. Oh, it's backing up on me. That's what it was. I was like, it's just eating it away. We'll make it round like the other one.
Bye, Allie. Have a good evening.
All right, that should be good.
Jamie says, make videos. We need more Amy.
Yeah, we do.
We have to give the people what they want.
Amy and videos, I'm in. Let's do it.
That's funny because I don't know that I really want to be in more videos.
So see, this is what's nice about a nice mandrel, is I'm turning this pretty easily, and I don't have any, I'm pushing on it here, I don't have any flex or deflection that I can tell. I'm able to come in and actually do some work on it without it flying all over the place. So when you are doing caps for pens and whatever else, if you use this mandrel correctly, it'll make your life a lot easier. All right, so I think we were kind of rounded on the other one. So we're gonna call that good. Turn this down a little bit. Throw this guy back up here. All right, let's sand this one up. Here, we can see the before, this is sanded to 800, and this is not. You can see the shine difference. Well, maybe you can, maybe not. But even just sanding that little bit makes a huge difference. Oh wait, my sandpaper's toast. I found it in the sink. Not the best place to get sandpaper. Sink sandpaper. Ah, there we go. New sandpaper will sand like a dream after that stuff. Worn out. Now I just kind of went on the end there. I don't want to round over where the threads line up, the cap and body, because I want it to kind of look, you know, matched or whatever. So I'm just doing it flat, all the way back. Hey, can you grab me a couple ink cartridges?
Mm-hmm.
We'll do a little test here as to what will fit in here. There's some right on the table inside there.
Okay.
There's
I have
like a,
empty ones here, but
huh?
I'll go grab some that are full.
All right. So that is, I think it's 800. You know, normally I'd polish this up because I would want to match the pen. But I think for the sake of y'all
Oh, yes.
and the time, maybe we want it here.
30 seconds.
Let's look at this
It's
thing.
like mad delayed.
It always is.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks pretty cool. All right.
I have cartridges and converters.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Whoa.
well, I gotta be able to reach them. All right, so
I didn't know you were ready.
here's what we got. Our body and our cap, and it looks like one is shinier than the other because I grabbed different sandpaper. But you could shine this up or not, however you want. It's kind of a cool looking thing because it matches. Now, I don't know if that'll fit in there. Maybe it will. Because it matches my pen, right? So it's like a capsule, as Jamie would say in England. Capsule. But here's the cool thing. You can put at least a few cartridges in here. There's 1, 2, well, maybe not. These things are wider than I thought.
Yeah, Roman says it looks like a bespoke toothpick holder or a pill box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what it is. So you can't fit a lot of cartridges because they're wider. But it is kind of like a pill box. You could store some ink. And the cool thing, I think, is you could have a whole nother section and nib protected. So then, like if this was in my bag or in my pen case, I'd feel better than just having a loose nib in something. So I think this is kind of a cool idea. And it'll probably evolve because you guys will think of some cool stuff. I might think of something else, but this will be a cool way to like change it up and have storage. Here, what do you think? First reaction, Amy, audibly, you got to describe your reaction.
First of all, this blank looks awesome matte.
Yes, it does look good, Matt.
Like this,
Well, we learned that at least.
this blank looks really good
Here's the
matte.
converter. Yeah, kaleidoscope with a matte finish. Now I got to make one of those because it looks cool matte. But you see the whole point, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know that it'll hold that. Maybe if you go up in the,
Nope.
flip it around, because that other end's narrower. No.
Nope.
But see there again, you could make it the body longer to hold like converters and nibs and things.
So
It
quick
doesn't hold a lot as is.
quick tip for everyone. Yeah, but like I would be way more apt to like have it be something that I used if it was like something to carry a couple extra cartridges with me.
Yeah, so you might make a bigger one, like a M14, because that extra millimeter would give you some width in the body.
Also, quick tip with cartridges and converters, if you've got ink in them but you need them to travel, or like a lot of times you can refill a
Section.
cartridge.
Yep.
If you want to, you can like clean them out and refill them. You can put hot glue on the tip
Oh.
to keep it from, because like if a cartridge is brand new, it has like a little film that you puncture. But once that film is punctured, if you're refilling, or if you just wanted to like travel with ink in a converter, little dollop of hot glue, and then when you're ready to ink the pen, you just pull the hot glue out, off.
That's a good tip. Nice to know. What do you guys think? Worth it, not worth it? I think I'm gonna probably use this idea. Maybe it'll get tweaked, and I mean, you could make these as fancy or as not fancy as you wanted, but I think the idea of having a second section, either with a different nib or a roller ball and a fountain together, I dig that idea because people like that kind of stuff.
Darren says, can you flip one cartridge since they're slightly wedge shape?
Oh, you might be able to do that, Darren. I think honestly, you could just make it with, if you have a larger size, you could make it with a larger size, or just make it a little longer.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I made this one pretty much the size of a cap, and I make short caps anyway. So if you made it like another ½ inch longer, it probably would hold multiples because it was like right there. But I like the idea of like safe storage because, you know, imagine you're transporting around for some reason a gold nib and it's $200 or more. You don't want it risking damage. So right here, it's not risking damage.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Homerlex says you can make it double-ended to store 2 nibs.
you could do that too, yeah. Yeah, you could, that's a great idea. You could put a cap like this on each end, make it a little longer, and have 2 nibs, or nib on one. See, ideas are already changing it.
Yeah.
You could have storage on one end and nib on the other for like extra stuff. And it's just an idea because then you can use the stuff you already have to make other projects like accessories. And going back to Ed, who was the one who thought of that, I told him I was going to steal it for this. His idea was to make needle cases. I mean, this would hold 1 million needles because they're so small. So needle cases would be also cool. Yeah, you're right. This mat is
Yeah, I was going to
stellar.
ask you, you should take it down.
On the other side, the shiny? Yeah.
And make it matte, and then
Yeah,
I
I
want
will.
that. But
Absolutely.
also Darren said that'll look great in Carrie's purse, which is funny.
Yeah, right? So, I don't know. I think this is a winner, but y'all do what you do. What did anyone like it or not like it? What'd they say?
I love that, Jamie. Jamie says, I just remembered I've got one of those wood turning smocks. Chad and I can be twins.
Oh,
We'll have to
nice.
get you a Turner's Warehouse one.
Yes. Jamie used to use record, right? I remember seeing in your videos before. And now you have a Harvey? No. What lathe do you have now?
And then Marquetta said, JP, are you then smocking him by doing so?
Don't smock me. Smock is a funny word. Are you smocking me?
That's funny. Oh, yeah. Roman has a good idea. Bespoke teacher's pen.
Yeah.
Or
I
you
mean,
could do
there's
like
endless ideas, right? And
one.
I mean, you could do that with pens too. You
it'd
could
be real
have.
tall,
I've
though.
seen it. It's been done with 2 different nibs, and then you can put 2 different inks, and that's a fun idea. You just have 2 caps. It's a big pen though. Can be.
Mike Taylor says you could keep a picture of Chit in there.
You could keep photos in here.
I mean, you could keep lots of things in it.
I was gonna keep a picture of Amy in mine. That's what I was gonna do. Yeah.
Chris says get Jamie's size.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Chris is on it.
And Jamie said, yeah, I did many demos for Record Power.
Oh, nice.
And then he said, yeah, I've got the Harvey T60.
I thought it was a Harvey for some reason, but
T60S.
when you're not seeing it, it's hard to remember what everybody's on. But all right, well, I'm going to call this a success. I think it's a cool idea, and it'll evolve, and it'll change, and it'll become cool. But I think I'm going to see you guys making some spare nib holders. I think it's a cool idea.
Also, again, matte finish on a kaleidoscope for the win. Like, it looks
Yeah, I don't think
good.
I've done a matte kaleidoscope, and it looks, the colors.
It looks really good. Did you show it up close in the camera?
It's weird how the colors look really good matte, like just different than shiny. Like you can see the coppers. Maybe you can. Maybe this is too bright a light. Let me see here. Nope. Turn it down. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Turning it down helps, I think.
But the colors, excuse me, pop out a little bit differently with the matte. And it's not like this one is even that shiny, but this must have been 600, that must have been 800. So that shows you the difference between 6 and 8. But I'm going to do the whole thing matte. I'm going to take this down. Cool stuff.
Mike Taylor says, or you can keep lettuce in there. Just saying.
Lettuce, huh?
Mike, we were all thinking it. You just said it.
I was not thinking it. It was all Mike. All right, everybody. Winner. Amy, on the thumbnail for this, will you put a winner stamp?
Yeah.
Because you win some and you lose some. I think this is a winner.
Well, I think it's cool because there's so many possibilities.
Endless possibilities, endless shapes and sizes, endless colors. But I think the coolest thing is you can match the pen.
Yeah.
So if you are selling or giving away pens and you give an accessory like this that matches, even if it is just a little storage bottle, that's still cool.
Yeah.
And then you're using the tap and die for more things. These things are expensive, so the more we can use them for, the better, I think.
Yeah.
So you guys all thought that the live stream was going to suck because we're tired from SWAT, and then we hit a home run with a cool little accessory box.
I got to tell you, like, Ed sparked it too. So
It was all Ed.
Shout out to Ed, because he was like, I'm going to make a needle case. And
Yeah,
then Chad
Ed was like, I'm making a needle case. And then I was like, I'm going to steal that and make an accessory case. And he was like, yeah.
he was like, yeah, do it.
That's the beauty of having the store where we all just chit-chat and talk about stuff. Chit-chat.
Chit-chat.
We chit-chat. All right, do it then.
Whoops. Oh, I wasn't.
What else you got, Amy?
Darwin said, need to search Turner's website to figure out what I need to get started pen turning. Darwin, we have got all the stuff that you need, and if you have questions, you can always call the store, and we're like super happy to help.
Absolutely.
Yep. We're kind of pen people around here.
All right. Well,
thanks
so
everyone.
What was the vote on the time? 3 was the vote?
Oh, I should end the poll, huh? End poll.
We're gonna ask some locals and stuff too, and see what the.
We got 67% 3 p.m., 32% 4 p.m., with 34 votes.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what we can do to make it best for the most people.
I know.
I don't think we want to change days because, like, we're kind of known for this day. So
yeah.
I think that'd be too much.
I feel bad. I don't want to not have Jamie here. That makes me sad.
Yeah, that's true.
Jamie, are you a late guy?
Maybe we have to do it at like 9 a.m. and then we get everyone.
Ooh.
No, that'd be too much.
I'm like, that's too much for us.
Oh, boy. All right, guys. If you don't have anything else, we're going to call it. That's, how long did we go today? Hour 15? That's not bad.
That's not bad because I feel like we just
Yeah.
farted around talking for like a good 20, 25 minutes.
Well, it just shows you, and this is always the point of these, is like, just go try something and see if it works. And this may end up being something, it may not be, but who cares? We had fun.
Yeah.
We had fun and we tried it.
Eric, we did get sandstormed. We were really glad that we flew back on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Because on Monday, there were like
Yeah, if you guys
crazy dust
don't
storms.
live in Arizona, look up Phoenix a couple days ago, the Haboob. It basically is this wall of dirt and wind that comes through, and you can just see it coming right up to you. And I was here at the shop when it hit, and it goes from being light, it's like an eclipse. It goes from being light out to dark, and it's just like, I walked outside and I instantly was like, my eyes and teeth were full of sand. I jumped back in the building. But driving home that night, there were probably 50 down trees. I know Mike Taylor lost a big tree in his yard.
So sad.
There
I
were
saw it
brick
this
walls, and I was like, I don't remember being able to see their backyard. Brick walls were just knocked over completely. It was crazy. But so many trees down, it was nuts. Like driving down our street where the shop is, I was just driving around trees, which is weird because we don't have that many trees to begin with. But
Oh, Jamie's the best. He said, I'm a late guy. I'll be here whatever time you go live. Also, just to reiterate, I'm going to still be posting some videos. So later tonight, probably, if YouTube is cooperating with me, we'll get the gallery walk up. And then later on this week, we have one of Darren and all of his pens. And we also have one of Mr. Jim and his carvings. So those
Nice.
are really cool. Watch for them and give them tons of likes and comments.
yeah, that's probably the most important these days on YouTube is like watching and time watching. So like subscribers are important, but YouTube doesn't send it out to people even if they're into wood turning unless it gets good views and watches or hours. So if you do have the time, watch it for a little while and then give it a thumbs up, and that'll help. All right, I guess that's it. Next week, you know what we're doing next week, right, Amy?
What?
We're gonna